The homes that would have survived Pacific Palisades. January 2025. In just 12 hours, the Pacific Palisades fires consumed over 10,000 homes. Families who had worked their entire lives to build their dream homes watched everything turn to ash in minutes. Among the destruction were homes worth millions, built with the finest materials money could buy. None of it mattered. Fire doesn't discriminate between rich and poor when construction methods haven't evolved. But what if we told you that the homes destroyed in Pacific Palisades could have survived? That beautiful, affordable, disaster-proof homes can be built not in months, but in just 7 days. What if those families didn't have to lose everything? What if their children's bedrooms, their photo albums, their memories could have been protected by construction technology that already exists today? The Pacific Palisades tragedy wasn't just about one fire in one wealthy neighborhood. It was a preview of our climate future. A future where traditional construction is no longer adequate. A future that demands revolutionary solutions. This is the story of InnoBuilt, the Canadian innovation that's rewriting the rules of construction. The technology that could have saved Pacific Palisades. The solution that could save millions of homes worldwide. The crisis, beyond what most people understand. North America faces an unprecedented housing crisis, but the scope of this crisis goes far beyond what most people realize. Canada needs 3.5 million homes by 2030. That's not 3.5 million new homes for growth. That's 3.5 million homes just to catch up to current demand. Every year we fall behind, the number grows larger. The US needs 5.5 million immediately. Combined, that's nearly 9 million homes, equivalent to rebuilding every home in New York City, Los Angeles, and Toronto, twice. Families are priced out. In Toronto, the average teacher would need 47 years to save for a down payment. In Vancouver, nurses are living in their cars because they can't afford rent where they work. In San Francisco, tech workers making 6 figures are moving back in with their parents. But housing affordability is only half the crisis. The other half is climate destruction. And every year, wildfires, floods, and storms destroy what's already built. 2023, $165 billion in climate damage. 2024, record hurricane season destroys 50,000 plus homes. 2025, Pacific Palisades joins the growing list of communities that simply don't exist anymore. Here's what most people don't understand. We're not just behind on building homes. We're building the wrong kinds of homes. Homes that burn, homes that flood, homes that collapse in hurricanes, homes that create the same problems over and over again. Pacific Palisades proved that traditional construction simply cannot survive what nature is throwing at us. Those weren't cheap homes built with substandard materials. These were multi-million-dollar homes built to current building codes, and they burned to the ground in minutes. The crisis isn't just that we need more homes, it's that we need completely different homes. The broken system, why traditional construction fails. A traditional building is fundamentally broken. Let me show you exactly how broken. Too slow, taking up to 2 years from start to finish. Not 2 years of building, 2 years of permits, weather delays, labor shortages, change orders, and supply chain disruptions. The actual construction might take 6 months, but everything else adds another 18 months of frustration and carrying costs. Too expensive, average costs have doubled in 5 years. The median home price in Canada has risen from $400,000 to $816,000 in just 5 years. That's not inflation. That's a system collapse. Material costs up 40%, labor costs up 60%, and no improvement in what you actually get. Too wasteful. 30% of materials end up in landfills. Think about that. For every 3 houses we build, we throw away enough materials to build a 4th house. We're literally burying our housing solution in garbage dump. And when disaster strikes, these homes are completely defenseless. We measured the fire resistance of standard wood frame construction, 10 minutes. That's how long a typical home survives direct flame exposure, 10 minutes from perfect home to complete loss. Floods? Standard homes are destroyed by 18 inches of water. Hurricane winds over 110 miles per hour turn traditional homes into projectiles. Earthquakes reduce them to splinters. We're building homes the same way we did in the years of 1950, while climate change demands 21st century solutions. The construction industry is the last major industry that hasn't been revolutionized by technology. We design homes on computers, but we still build them with hammers and nails. We have robots building cars, but we're still manually nailing 2x4s together in the rain. This has to change, and it has to change now. Evolutionary technology. InnoBuilt changes everything. Meet the technology that would have saved Pacific Palisades. Our breakthrough isn't just about building faster, though we do build 10 times faster. It's about building fundamentally different homes designed for the climate reality we actually face. Patented Cemboard-EPS panels, but what does that actually mean? Imagine a wall panel that's simultaneously fireproof, waterproof, and incredibly strong. The outer layer is cement board, the same material used in commercial fireproof construction. It won't burn, won't rot, won't support mold growth. The core is engineered EPS foam that provides R40+ insulation, 3 times better than traditional construction. This isn't just about comfort. This is about cutting energy costs by 80%. This is about homes that barely need heating or cooling. The inner structure includes steel reinforcement brackets that connect each panel with precision engineering. Not nails, not screws. Engineered connections designed to handle forces that would destroy traditional construction. CNC cut for perfect fit. Every panel is manufactured to millimeter precision using computer-controlled cutting. No measuring on site, no cutting mistakes, no waste. Every piece fits perfectly the first time. Assembled on site in just 7 days. But speed is just the beginning. Fireproof, we subjected our panels to 2 hours of direct flame, temperatures over 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Traditional wood construction is completely consumed in 10 minutes. Our panels showed no structural damage after 2 hours. Floodproof, we submerged panels for 30 days in standing water. Traditional construction would be completely ruined and uninhabitable. Our panels emerged ready for immediate occupancy. Hurricane-resistant, wind tunnel testing to 200+ miles per hour. Traditional homes become projectiles at 110 miles per hour. Our panels maintain structural integrity at forces that would launch cars. Earthquake-safe, seismic table testing to magnitude 8. Our flexible panel connections absorb earthquake forces that would crack concrete and snap wood frames. This isn't just construction, it's climate adaptation. But here's what makes this truly revolutionary. We can manufacture these panels anywhere in the world and ship them in standard shipping containers. This technology isn't limited by geography. It's not dependent on local construction expertise. It's not held hostage by local material shortages. Proof beyond theory to reality. Compared to every other construction method, InnoBuilt delivers unprecedented advantages. Built 10 times faster, 7 days versus 6 to 12 months for traditional construction, 7 days versus 3 to 4 months for 3D printing, 7 days versus 2 to 3 months for prefab. 50% more affordable, $120,000 for a 700 square foot home versus $240,000 traditional. But that's just the purchase price. Add 80% energy savings, 50% lower insurance premiums, and zero maintenance for the first 10 years, 10 times stronger against disasters. We're not just claiming this, we've proven it. Fire resistance testing by independent laboratories, hurricane simulation in certified wind tunnels, earthquake testing on professional seismic tables, flood testing in controlled environments. Zero construction waste, not low waste. Zero waste. Every component is manufactured to exact specifications. Nothing is cut on site. Nothing is thrown away. This isn't incremental improvement, it's revolutionary transformation. We've already built and tested our technology, from single homes to complete communities, but this is just the beginning. Our first prototype, a 700 square foot home built in Vietnam in 7 days, survived tropical storms, intense heat, and flooding that destroyed neighboring traditional construction. Our second project, a 6-unit building addressing missing middle housing, completed in 4 weeks, cost 40% less than comparable traditional construction, energy bills 80% lower than typical apartments. Our third achievement, a 42-unit housing complex. 6 weeks from groundbreaking to families moving in, what traditionally takes 12 to 18 months, we completed in 6 weeks. But here's the real proof. Families living in these homes through real disasters, typhoons in Southeast Asia, flooding in river valleys, extreme temperature swings from minus 30 degrees Celsius to plus 40 degrees Celsius. Every test, every disaster, every challenge, our homes perform exactly as designed. With full-scale manufacturing, we can build 1 million disaster-resistant homes by 2030, enough to house 2.5 million people, enough to change everything. 1 million homes. That's not just a number. That's 1 million families who won't lose everything in the next wildfire. That's 1 million families who can afford home ownership. That's 1 million families living in energy-efficient, disaster-resistant, beautiful homes. Validation, official backing and recognition. This isn't just innovative, it's officially validated. The Canadian government backs our technology through multiple programs, building codes approve our methods, insurance companies recognize our superior safety. NRCIRA, Canada's National Research Council Industrial Research Assistance Program, has provided both technical validation and funding support. This is the program that helped launch BlackBerry, Shopify, and dozens of other Canadian technology success stories. Foresight Canada selected InnoBuilt for their Clean Tech 50, the top 50 clean technology innovations in Canada. We're in the same category as companies developing fusion energy and carbon capture technology. Sustainable Development Technology Canada has a $4 to $5 million funding application under review. SDTC is the federal government's primary funding mechanism for clean technology that can be exported globally. Export Development Canada is supporting our international expansion. They recognize that InnoBuilt represents the kind of Canadian innovation that can capture global markets. But government backing is just the beginning. The insurance industry, the people who actually pay for disaster losses, recognizes our superior performance.
InnoBuilt represents the breakthrough our national housing strategy requires. This technology can help us achieve our 2030 housing goals.
After Pacific Palisades, we need construction that survives disasters. InnoBuilt delivers exactly that capability.
InnoBuilt homes qualify for our lowest risk premium categories. In high-risk areas, we offer 30-50% premium reductions for InnoBuilt construction.
Building code officials in 3 provinces and 2 U.S. states have pre-approved our construction methods. This isn't experimental technology, it's approved, validated, ready-to-deploy technology. Independent testing laboratories have certified our fire resistance, structural integrity, and energy performance. Third-party engineering firms have validated our seismic and hurricane resistance. This is the difference between a startup with an idea and a technology company with proven, validated, government-backed innovation. The opportunity scale and impact. With your support, we'll fund the first North American manufacturing facility, scale production globally, and bring revolutionary housing to families, seniors, and communities in need across Canada, the US, and around the world. But let me be specific about what that means. Our first facility in the Greater Toronto Area will employ 200 people directly and support 1,000+ jobs in the supply chain. Engineers, technicians, logistics specialists, quality control experts, good-paying, advanced manufacturing jobs. This facility will produce 10,000 homes per year, That's enough housing for 25,000 people annually. That's like building a new town every year. But one facility is just the beginning. Our business model is designed for rapid scaling. 5 facilities across Canada could produce 50,000 homes per year, addressing 15% of Canada's housing shortage. 10 facilities across North America could produce 100,000 homes per year, enough to meaningfully impact both the Canadian and U.S. housing crises. The technology scales globally. We're already in discussions with partners in Australia, where bushfire resistance is critical, Europe, where energy efficiency standards are driving construction innovation, and developing nations, where rapid, affordable housing is desperately needed. This isn't just about building homes, this is about building a global industry. The total addressable market for disaster-resistant housing is over $200 billion annually. We're not trying to capture all of it, we're trying to capture enough to ensure every family has access to safe, affordable, disaster-resistant housing. Your investment today helps build the manufacturing capacity that changes the global housing industry. Every dollar supports technology that makes homeownership affordable again. Every dollar contributes to construction that survives climate disasters. This is venture capital impact with crowdfunding accessibility. Urgency, the crisis won't wait. The housing crisis won't wait. Climate disasters won't pause, but together we can build the solution. Every day we delay, 400 more Canadian families give up on home ownership. Every day we delay, 1,200 more Americans face housing insecurity. Every day we delay, climate disasters threaten 15,000 more homes worldwide. Every month we delay costs $14 billion, 0 cents in preventable disaster losses. Money that could be saved, communities that could be protected, families that could keep their homes. The Pacific Palisades fire was not an anomaly. It was a preview. Climate scientists predict that wildfire risk will triple by 2030. Hurricane intensity is increasing every year. Flood zones are expanding. Traditional construction is becoming obsolete. But we have the solution, today, right now. The technology exists, the testing is complete, the government backing is secured, the manufacturing plan is ready. What we need is the capital to scale, the community to support, the movement to drive change. This crowdfunding campaign is about more than raising money. It's about proving market demand. It's about showing governments, investors, and the construction industry that people want something better. Every backer sends a message. We demand homes that survive disasters. We demand construction that's affordable. We demand technology that works. The window for action is closing. Climate change isn't slowing down. The housing crisis isn't solving itself. Traditional construction isn't getting better. But InnoBuilt is ready. The question is, are you ready to be part of the solution? Join the revolution. Join us in creating the future, one resilient home at a time. This is your opportunity to be part of something bigger than a product launch. This is the opportunity to be part of a housing revolution. Back InnoBuilt at whatever level works for you. $25 makes you part of the community. $200 puts you on the waiting list for your own disaster-resistant home. $25,000 gives you potential equity in the company that's changing global construction. Share this campaign with everyone who cares about housing. Tag your friends who worry about climate change. Send this to your family members who can't afford homes. Post about InnoBuilt on every social platform you use. Reserve your home. Whether you need housing today or plan to buy in the future, reserve your place in line for technology that will transform your life. Every share matters, every backer counts, every dollar brings us closer to a world where families don't lose everything to disasters, where young people can afford homes, where construction doesn't destroy the environment. InnoBuilt, where innovation meets inspiration, where Canadian technology solves global problems, where your support changes everything. Back us today. The future of housing starts with you. Together, we're not just building homes, We're building hope, we're building communities, we're building the future. InnoBuilt. Building faster, building smarter, building for tomorrow. The revolution starts now.